And let's just start with Townsville and North Queensland. And really, this area has awful capital growth. I mean, terrible capital growth. So just do not buy here. Terrible long-term capital growth. I've been through this in the past. I picked a suburb in Townsville, Heatley to be specific, and I showed basically the capital growth over a 30-year period, really, and it's like 3.5%. Even if you add today's numbers, where it's gone up to maybe 450 to 500,000, still like 4.2%, and that's after really good growth. So don't buy there. Here's as well, just along here in far North Queensland. So this is your kind of Cairns, your Port Douglas, your Tablelands, Mareeba region. So it's a far north of Queensland. Look, your best suburb does 5.6%, and these are your top 20. So these are like, man, these are the good suburbs of these areas. But that's how bad they are, like long term. This is from the Aussie Home Loans 25-year report again, pre-COVID. I like using it because it tells you what happens when you don't drop the cash rate to 0.1%, and it shows you what really the growth rate and what's going to happen in the future in these locations. So I'm not only shitting on those areas, but I'm also shitting on also, just to let everyone know, Harvey Bay and Mackay in that too. Add them to these areas. They're terrible locations to buy as well. Again, your top 20 suburbs, your top 6.7%, but the vast majority of the top 20s in like your 5s percentage mark, and they even dropped to like 4.5% in your top 20. So what would the other, 200 suburbs in this region do? What, like 3 or something like that? Maybe like 3.5. So we're really talking about terrible areas to buy here. Just don't buy in these areas. They're awful. I mean, you might get 20% growth this year. You might get then 10 the year after, but then you get nothing for another 15 years. So don't buy in these areas. Anything north of Harvey Bay, just don't touch. They're just terrible areas to buy. Don't follow the nonsense that any of these rubbish buyers agents are saying. They suck. Don't buy there. They're only good if you're retiring in about probably 2 or 3 years, because they'll do well for that. Then you want to sell and have a bit more super. It makes sense. But other than that, don't buy there.